Hello! So, we are now live this evening. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Tayo po ay mag-uusap-usap na naman tungkol sa research design and methodology. This is a live stream kasi gusto ko ma-record lang briefly yung discussion about this part of the research, but I will still come out with a video na mas comprehensive yung discussion. So dadagdagan natin doon sa video na yon. And of course, you can participate in this live stream broadcast through your comments. So kung meron kayong mga tanong, pwede nyong i-type dun sa comment section. And then eventually we'll try to answer that as we go through the discussion. So first of all, we will not be able to discuss all of the parts comprehensively. Dadaanan natin isa-isa. Hello. Meron tayong viewer ngayon. So salamat po sa panonood and we'll try to make this as educational as possible. So again, as I was saying, sige. If you have a question or a topic, you just let me know and then we'll try to answer it even if it is not related o hindi siya aligned doon sa discussion natin, which is chapter 3, kung paano isulat yung research design and methodology. Okay lang, you can post your questions through the comment section. So, as I was saying, chapter 3 has prerequisite chapters. Obviously, kailangan, ibig sabihin, matapos nyo muna yung chapters 1 and chapter 2 if you're using the same outline na ginagamit namin sa university. So, balikan lang natin ng konti. Ang chapter 1, yes, I saw your comments giveaway. So, thank you. So, sana you continue to follow the discussions, lalong-lalo na kapag nagsusulat kayo ng research. And then, again, pag may tanong kayo, you just ask questions. Kahit na out of the discussion, isisingit natin sa discussion natin ngayong gabi. So, again, as I was saying, going back, bago kayo makapagsulat ng chapter 3, kailangan, kung pareho tayo ng outline, you should be able to come up with the first chapter, which is the problem in its background. Medyo madami-daming parts yung chapter 1, subparts, okay? And then chapter 2 is entitled Review of Related Literature and Studies. Meron tayong video na inilabas, dalawang part yan. That's video 5 part 1 and video 5. Okay, I'm sorry, nawala yung connection natin. I hope hindi naputol yung recording ng live stream. So, I'm doing this live stream para may video record lang tayo ng introduction sa chapter 3. So, chapter 2, as I was saying, already has 2 videos. So, that's, if I'm not mistaken, video number 5, part 1 and part 2. Ang part 1, dinidiscuss niya ano ang RRL, Review of Related Literature and Studies, anong pagkakaiba ng literature sa studies, and then the second part is naputol. Oh, sorry. Sana ma-record kung naputol. Anyway, we're back online. Alam niyo naman yung problema natin sa Pilipinas, yung napakabilis nating wifi, kaya bear with the technical difficulties nung live stream natin. Again, the second part ng video for RRL is how to write the review of related literature and studies. So, a little bit of recap or review. Literatures are references that are in the form of the following. So, pwede siyang libro, textbooks, manuals, journals, ano pa ba? So, any references that are classified under these belong to literature. Okay, ulitin natin. Pwede siyang textbook, pwede siyang reference books, pwede siyang journals, manuals, newspapers, magazines, are all under the classification ng tinatawag nating literature. So kapag kayo nagsusulat ng research, at lalo na sa introduction, syempre magko-quote kayo dyan, magkakaroon kayo ng citation. Yung tinatawag nating reference ninyo for that particular information, knowledge, or idea na gagamitin nyo sa research ninyo, manggagaling doon sa tinatawag nating citations. So these are works of other people, mga sinulat nila to, pwedeng theory, articles, na ginamit nyo sa research, and sabi nga natin, for ethical reasons sa research, kapag may ginamit ka na trabaho ng ibang tao, kailangan ibigay mo yung credit where credit is due. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan i-cite mo sila. So, doon natin ginagamit yung term na citation. You have to give credit to those people whom their works were used doon sa research ninyo. Okay, kung paano mag-cite, I am going to create a separate video for writing citations and synthesis. Kasi meron tayong in-text citation, ibig sabihin, nagsulat ka according to Padama 2018, page 44. Ganon. So, tapos ano yung sinabi? Yun yung in-text citation. And then you have the source citation. At the back of your research, usually, dapat meron kayong tinatawag natin sa pinakalikod, bandang likod, yung references or bibliography. That is what we call the source citation. Yun yung naka-alphabetize, tapos mauuna yung apelyido ng mga sinite ninyo, tapos anong title nung article nila o libro nila, publication, and so on and so forth. Again, I'm going to create a video for that, which will tackle yung writing citations and synthesis. Okay? So, going back to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is entitled Research Design and Methodology. So, this is already the midpoint of your research. So, parang pag ito, nandito ka na, medyo malayo-layo na yung nararating mo, and I know how it feels kapag nagsusulat kayo ng research, exhausting siya, physically, intellectually, psychologically, parang gusto nyo nang sumuko. But I am telling you based on my experiences in writing research. When I started writing research, sinusuka ko rin yung research. So, ayaw kong mag-research during that time. So, I went through what you are going through right now, how you feel about research, but like what the school is promoting right now, in our school, we coined this term na promoting research culture. So, kailangan i-embed natin sa kaugalian natin, sa kultura natin, yung paggawa ng research. Imbes na katakutan natin o iwasan natin. Sabi nga natin, huwag nating iwasan yung weakness natin. If you don't like math and you're weak at math, it will not help you develop in math. So, kapag mahina ka sa math o mahina ka kahit na saang subject for that matter, not only math, mahina ka sa English, mahina ka sa math, mahina ka sa science, huwag niyong takasan yung subject. In fact, harapin ninyo. It's the same with research. You don't like doing research, which is natural, but you can change. Okay? You just need to condition yourself. Pag lagi niyong ginagawa yan, eventually, you'll get to, parang masasanay na kayo sa paggawa, and then, darating yung panahon, sasabihin niyo, madali na lang yan. Okay, so we're still live. Okay, so after conditioning yourself in writing research, sabi nga natin, itong chapter 3 would be the start of Actually, this is the prelude before you actually gather your data, interpret your data, implement the statistics, which is in chapter 4. Ito parang in preparation for chapter 4, bago ka mag-distribute, mag-collect, ito lahat yung i-prepare mo bago ka mag-distribute ng instrument mo, ng questionnaire mo, ng survey form mo. Ito lahat kailangan i-prepare mo bago ka mag-collect, mag-start ng statistics. Ito lahat dapat naka-reflect dito sa chapter 3. Okay? So, I'm already setting your mind na hindi pa ganun kahirap yung chapter 3. Actually, for me personally, yung chapter 4 is where the bulk, yung pinakamalaking kabuuan ng trabaho nangyayari. Kasi nandun na yung stat, nandun na yung pagde-distribute ng data, pag-gather ng data, pagtatabulate, pag-implement ng statistics, pag-interpret, nandun lahat. So, medyo mas matagal ang kailangan gugulin na oras pag nasa chapter 4 na kayo. Okay, so ano laman ng chapter 3? So, again, the title of chapter 3 is Research Design and Methodology. So, again, narrative discussion, you can still use citations on this part, pero wag nyo nang tadtarin ng citation. Okay? So, usually, kung gusto nyo mag-cite, it can be done in chapter 1, pero again, you minimize the citation not unless kailangan nyo lang talagang gawin. And the other part, na talagang magpo-full blast yung citations ninyo will be on chapter 2, which is review of related literature and studies. Okay? Kasi you need to find support for your research aside from the main theory na gagamitin ninyo. Okay, so the first part of chapter 3, which is research design and methodology, is method and technique use. So here, the keyword will be narrative discussion. Keywords. Okay, narrative discussion. Ano yung narrative discussion? When you use narrative writing from the root word narrate, you just tell a story. Ikwento nyo lang. Actually, this is a document recording the steps and the process you undertook sa research. Parang ano siya ebidensya ng ano bang ginawa mo. Isulat mo kung ano yung ginawa mo. Ganun. Kasi ang research is all about writing, not all about copying. Diba? We'll get to that later sa mga ethical issues ng research. Yung mga copy-pasting, yung paglalagay ng mga pangalan, ethical ba o hindi, meron mga procedures para dyan. And meron ng mga deterrents para dyan sa copy-pasting. Meron na tayong plagiarism check for checking plagiarized works. So, may mga procedures na yan. Halimbawa, yung work mo, pinasa mo na kompleto na, ipapadaan yan sa software na i-check yung soft copy mo from cover to cover, chapter 1 to chapter 5. And then, meron certain percentage na yun lang ang allowed na i-accept, buffer, para ma-accept yung research mo. Yun yung percentage na considered as plagiarized or copied doon sa research mo. So, it would fall under 10 to 15%. So, depende kung ano yung policy ng school. Okay? So, again, method and techniques used. You tell the story on how you did the process on this part of your research. So, in terms of method, pag sinabing method, ikukwento mo lang ano yung paraan na ginawa mo, na ginamit mo para sa research mo. That's the method. In the earlier videos ng research writing, Introduction to Research, I discussed a few methods that were used in research writing. So, kukunin nyo lang yun. example ng method na to, descriptive. Descriptive method, again, kunin natin yung root word niya. To describe is a method used to interpret kung ano yung mga ginawa mo, kung ano yung statistical data na nakuha mo, anong ibig sabihin ng mga numero na ito. Kaya siya descriptive. You have to put it into words. So, itong method na to, halimbawa, ang method mo is descriptive method. The method used for this research is descriptive method. So, i-define mo what is descriptive method. Descriptive method is ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Okay, then, the rationale. Bakit mo ginamit yung descriptive method? I use descriptive method in this research because discuss mo yung appropriateness niya. Okay, so, naalala ko lang bigla, bakit natin nagla-live stream? Kasi dito, at least, I can talk and talk and talk. Kasi pag sa video recording, I have a time limit and I have to compress everything doon sa time limit na yun. Ito, at least, pwede ako magsalita na magsalita and it will be recorded and it can still be played back and walang limitation doon sa discussion. Again, doon sa discussion ng methodology, ano yung reason kung bakit mo pinili yung descriptive method. So, kasi bagay siya sa research mo, paano siya naging bagay, paano siya naging appropriate sa research mo, and so on and so forth. Okay? Huwag nyo nang i-discuss na sobrang comprehensive. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ano yung types ng descriptive method, and so on. Hindi na kailangan. Okay? It's just the relevance ng descriptive method doon sa ginagawa mong research. Okay? So, other methods can be experimental. So, meron tayong quasi-experimental, meron 2 groups, 1 group, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, bakit experimental ang ginamit mo? Both qualitative and quantitative can be descriptive. So, usually sa amin, ang karamihan ng ginagawang research sa amin ay quantitative. Quantitative meaning it can be measured, it can be quantified, it can be replicated, duplicated. Kasi may result na pag kinompute mo at ginawa mo ulit, dapat parehong result. So quantitative research yun. In-explain ko lang yung difference. Qualitative research is the opposite. So, maraming differences ng qualitative sa quantitative. Qualitative cannot be measured. This method is used for phenomenons and it takes a longer time para gawin ang qualitative research and hindi siya gumagamit ng stat kasi hindi nga siya na-measure. And then the process is the opposite of quantitative. So kung sa quantitative, you start with a problem, and then you formulate the research title, and then so on and so forth. In qualitative, on the latter part of your research, saka lang kayo makakapag-finalize ng research title ninyo. Okay? So again, for those who just tuned in and joined us, we are discussing chapter 3 of your research entitled Research Design and Methodology. So, nasimulan na natin yung paano i-discuss yung method. Welcome. Welcome din sa sa live stream natin. So, ano yung method? Ano yung types ng method? Ano yung i-discuss? Define nyo lang yung method. And then yung reason kung bakit yun yung method na ginamit nyo. So, if you're going to look at it, ang iksi lang, kahit isang paragraph nga lang eh. A paragraph or 2 can already suffice doon sa part ng method ninyo. Method and technique used in your research. Okay? So, the second part of chapter 3 is population and sample of the study. So, ano yung population and anong difference niya sa sample? Population is the totality of your respondents. So, kung halimbawa, ang respondents mo ay grade 7 students. Tapos, ang total population ng grade 7 students sa school ninyo ay aabot ng 2,000. That's the population. Lahat ng grade 7 sa school ninyo na 2,000 is called the population. Okay? Sino naman yung sample? Sample is the respondents that will directly participate sa research ninyo. So, yung kukunin nyo from the population, this smaller group is called the sample. Kung paano nyo kukunin, that's the sampling method that you're going to use. So, marami ding klase ng sampling method. May random sampling, may stratified random sampling. Sa random sampling, pwede kayong gumamit ng fishbowl method, and then purposive sampling, dahil sila lang yung available at kukunin niyo silang lahat. That is purposive sampling kasi kukonti lang yung population ninyo. Okay, so what are you going to do? Balik ulit tayo doon sa unang sinabi ko sa inyo. You narrate, you describe, you discuss, number 1, sinong population. Yun lang, isusulat nyo. The population of this research are the following. All grade 7 students of the school taking up or enrolled in the subject of ganito. Tapos sunod, rational. Anong reason kung bakit sila ang kinuha nyo? Why? Kasi sila yung may subject na ganito. Halimbawa, ang research ninyo is tungkol sa reading comprehension level ng mga grade 7 students sa English. Sila yung merong English subject na merong ganitong topic. So, sila yung kinuha ninyo. So, i-explain nyo lang kung bakit sila. Okay? So, that's the population. And then, going to the sample of the study, ipapaliwanag nyo na, sasabihin nyo na anong sampling method ang ginamit ninyo. Kagaya nung sinabi ko kanina, if it is random, stratified random, purposive sampling, and so on and so forth. And then, yung second part ulit, what's the reason kung bakit mo ginamit yung purposive sampling? Kasi kukunti lang sila. Bakit random sampling? Kasi marami sila. Bakit stratified random sampling? Kasi gusto mong i-separate yung dalawang group. Grupo ng lalaki, grupo ng babae, pero random sampling. That's stratified random sampling. Okay? So, that will cover yung population and sample of the study. Ganun lang yung discussion niya. Okay, sunod, the next part of chapter 3 is instrument of the study. So, what is the instrument? The instrument is sabi nga nila, ito yung gagamitan ko lang ng synonym. Ito yung tool, paraan para makakuha ka ng data. So, ano ito? Pwede siyang yung questionnaire, checklist, standardized test, teacher-made test. So, ito yung mga paraan para makakuha kayo ng information from your respondents. Okay? So, ulitin natin. Pwede siyang questionnaire, survey form, checklist, standardized test. Ibig sabihin, test na ginamit na ng sa ibang research o ginagamit sa psychology to measure intellectual levels ng mga ganitong estudyante na talagang tested na at palagi nilang ginagamit, or teacher-made test. So, ginawa ng teacher. Okay? So, again, balik tayo sa instrument of the study. Ikukwento nyo, unang-una, ano yung instrument na ginamit nyo, define nyo muna. Diba? Questionnaire, interview, pwedeng gamitin para makakuha ng data. Ano ang questionnaire, ano ang interview, i-define nyo muna. And then yung rationale, bakit itong ginamit ninyo, bakit siya appropriate doon sa research ninyo. Okay? So, part of this, again, I might not be able to discuss everything. May mga nalalaktawan tayo, but at least nadadaanan natin, and then we're just going to polish yung ibang mga hindi pa na-discuss dito sa live stream natin. So, in the instrument of the study, ikukwento nyo Ano yung instrument na ginamit, yung definition niya, yung rationale niya. And then, yung creation ng instrument. Papaano nyo ginawa? Hindi literally yung pagsusulat. Papaano nyo nabuo, na finalize yung instrument. So, darating na dyan, papasok na dyan yung validation ng instrument. Creation ng instrument, validation ng instrument, meron pang iba nagda-dry run ng instrument, tinetest muna nila, and so on and so forth. So, ano yung validation? Ang validation is used para makita yung laman ng instrument ninyo, yung questionnaire ninyo, yung survey ninyo, yung checklist ninyo, yung test ninyo, kung tama yung laman niya. Kung ito ay naka-align doon sa ginagawa niyong research. Kaya siya validation. Sino ang magva-validate? The validator of your instrument are called experts. So, sila yung mga tao na specialist aligned vertically sa area na ginagawa ninyo. So, kung ang ginagawa nyong research is English, dapat ang validator nyo expert, specialist sa English. It's as simple as that. Ganun lang yun. So, ang ginagawa nyong research is about math, find a validator na expert sa math. I would suggest na medyo mas superior sa inyo. It's either your chair, MT teacher, your principal, supervisor ninyo, or other teachers from other schools, pero matagal nang nagtuturo, may experience na in terms of yung years of service nila. So, it would be more reliable pag nag-validate sila ng instrument ninyo. So, pag nakapag-validate na kayo, ikwento nyo din papaano nyo pina-validate yung instrument ninyo. Okay? Ganun yun, puro kwento. Sabi ko nga, nagsimula tayo, sinabi ko kagad sa inyo, ang laman nito, kailangan magkwento kayo. Okay? From time to time, pwede kayo mag-insert ng citations, pero again, hindi nyo na kailangan tagtarin ng citation yung part ng research na to, which is chapter 3. Okay, data gathering procedure. So, nakagawa na kayo ng instrument. So, validated na siya. Na-test nyo na siya. May dry run pa kayo. Okay na siya. Lahat na intindihan. Pati yung language, pati yung pag-form ng choices sa mga test. Na-test na lahat yan. So, wala nang problema. Now, in the data gathering procedure part, ikukwento naman ninyo papaano kayo nangolekta ng data. Okay, kwento ulit. Actually, hindi nyo na kailangan i-define data gathering procedure. Okay? So, ikukwento nyo na kagad papaano kayo nag-distribute. Tapos, anong ginawa nyo? Nag-antay ba kayo o binalikan ninyo? Diba? Bago kayo nag-distribute, kailangan nyo pa ba ng letter? Nagpapirma pa ba kayo ng letter? Anumang letter pinapirmahan ninyo? Kukwento nyo lahat yun. And then, nung napirmahan nyo, nag-distribute na kayo, inintay nyo o binalikan nyo, and then pagkatapos nyo, kinolect ninyo, and then after collecting, papasok na tayo sa data processing. Okay? Sa data processing, kukwento nyo naman dito, this is the last part, data processing and statistical treatment. Sa data processing and statistical treatment, natatakot yung ibang estudyante. Pag narinig nilang statistical treatment, wala pang computation na gagawin sa chapter 3. Okay? I-explain ko mamaya kung ano tong statistical treatment. Okay, so dating, papaano nyo na nag-gather? So, papaano nyo ngayon i-process? Processing includes tabulation, collation, yung ano pang gagawin niya. Usually, ang nakakaalam, gagawa nito is yung statistician. If you have your own statistician, if not, kayong gagawa nito. So, yung tabulation, you're going to put i-collate ninyo, tatabulate. Pag tatabulate, ibig sabihin, i-convert nyo sa table form. Okay? So, may mga, may mga organizational, statistical organization na gagawin ninyo, pero hindi dito sa chapter 3. Ang ginagawa niyo sa chapter 3, kinukwento ninyo kung ano yung gagawing data processing procedure. Okay, yung process, ikukwento ninyo ano yung pinagdaanan yung proseso sa pagpaprocess ng data. So lalabas dyan, collecting, sorting, tabulating, and so on so forth. Tapos ano yung laman ng tabulation na yun o tabulating process na yun, ikukwento ninyo. Okay, and then the last one is statistical treatment. Okay, sabi, nakarinig ng stat, natakot na. Wala pa pong computation yan. So, sa statistical treatment part, ang gagawin nyo lang is ililista nyo, isusulat ninyo. Hindi nyo naman i-drawing, pero ilalagay nyo yung formula na gagamitin nyo para sa research nyo. Anong formula? Yung mga statistical formulas na gagamitin nyo o ginamit ninyo sa research. Okay, yun lang, ipipresent nyo lang yung mga statistical formulas na ginamit nyo sa research nyo. That's the last part of chapter 3. Di ba? Alam ba, anong ginamit nyo? Gumamit kayo ng percentage kasi gusto nyo malaman sa profile ilan ang lalaki, ilan ang babae, ilang percent ang lalaki, ilan percent ang babae. Percentage yun. Lagay nyo yung percentage formula dito sa statistical treatment. Walang computation, ilagay nyo lang yung formula. O di ba? Ganun lang kadali. Tapos, in other researches, especially sa mga experimental research na gumagamit na sila ng ibang statistical formulas that will also be reflected here on this part. So, kapag gagamit kayo ng measures of central tendency, mean median mode, gamit kayo ng ANOVA, ng chi-square, ng t-test, ng z-test, lahat yan dapat naka-reflect, naka-print dito sa chapter 3. So again, no computation, you just reflect the statistical treatments or statistical formula that you used for your statistical treatment. Okay? So, we have exceeded 30 minutes. Mahaba pero maiksi kasi dinaanan lang natin. Again, I'm going to create a more comprehensive video pero mas maiksi lang yun. Kaya medyo mas type kong mag live stream kasi I can freely talk. Minsan I can even go out of topic lalo na pag may question, and then at the same time nare-record siya so I can go back dito sa video na ito. So again, thank you, and I hope you enjoy your research writing. The only way to enjoy is to not overstress yourself. So pag na-stress na kayo, magpahinga kayo, di ba? Hindi pwede yung hindi kayo kumakain, hindi kayo natutulog, nangangayayat na kayo, bumabagsak na katawan ninyo, mas hindi kayo makakatapos ng research ninyo kapag gano'n. You cannot give what you do not have. Hindi ka pwedeng magsulat, kailangan nito ng energy kung yung sarili mo, hindi mo inaalagaan. So, alagaan yung sarili ninyo, mag-relax kayo, kung kailangan mag-relax, saka nyo balikan yung research kapag okay na kayo. So again, research is good, research is nice, and research can be fun kung gagawin nyo masaya. Ang hirap magturo ng research kung hindi nyo na-enjoy. So, from the time na nag-start ako mag-research na ayaw ko, from this time where I understood the basics and the relevance of the parts of these research with each other, kung paano sila magkakadugtong at ano yung mga kadugtong nila, mas na-reflect ko na ganito pala yung research, mas madali siyang ituro, may mga paraan para mas madaling maintindihan. Okay? And with the technology around us, napakaraming paraan para ma-share ito. And I just want to encourage the students. Sa dami ng research ninyo, I found out na sa senior high, 3 daw ang research nila. May quanti, may qualit, at saka may isa pa yatang research. Now, this is not impossible. Kayang-kaya natin gawin to. And ang ayoko lang kasi, matapos kayo ng senior high, and then there are still a lot of questions. Natapos nyo nga pero hindi nyo naintindihan. Why not do it properly? Matapos ninyo na naintindihan ninyo, which is better. Di ba? So, I hope, again, you practice patience. Minsan nakaka-bore talaga yung discussion ng research, pero pag inuulit-ulit ninyo, pasasaan ba't hindi nyo maintindihan nyo din yan. Okay? Kailangan na i-practice natin ng i-practice. So again, good luck and thank you for joining me in this live stream ng discussion ng Chapter 3, Research Design and Methodology. So if you have any questions, sulat nyo lang sa comment box and I'll definitely read that and I'll get back to you. Sasagutin ko kayo dyan or sa video na susunod na gagawin natin. So goodbye, thank you, and keep writing.